Hey guys, it's me, my face, whatever in the world that thing is. Today's little happy dance is brought to us by coffee, because I'm choosing caffeine over calories. You're welcome. If you're new here, my name is Andrea, and this is a channel about cross stitch and coffee, sometimes wine and beer, a little bit of cats, a lot of mental health, and anything else that wanders into my path. If you're a returning visitor, thank you for coming back. I have done, surprisingly, nobody's more shocked than I am, so many things since I saw you last. Worked on some things, I got a finish, I've got new starts. Still don't have a new pattern in the Etsy store, but I'm a little closer to that. Let's jump in. The first thing I worked on is a new start. This is the Autumn Owl Etching. This is from the Fall 2020 Punch Needle Primitive Stitcher magazine. It's actually one of 4. There are, because 4 seasons. But of course I started with the autumn one, and it's so cute. I was so pleased that I had all the called for classic color works. And I think he looks so neat, and he looks perfect on this camel linen that I believe was a gift from Stitchy Godmother Laura of the pillow. It's crooked again. I know. I have a cat. I'll fix it later. But yeah, this stitches up fast, and I just really think it looks like it was made for that fabric. So that's new start number 1. The next thing I worked on is new start number 2. I think I was feeling the need for some smalls to work on. So I also started this one, which was a gift from Holly Doyne, who, if you have not looked her up on the internet, is a badass. Go do that. This is an Owl Forest embroidery kit. It is, I guess the story is The Cat and the Cook. I have not read that story yet, but I got a little start. Can you tell that that's a kitty with a fishy in its mouth? There's a fishy in his mouth. I cannot wait to stitch the fishy in the kitty's mouth. This is so much fun. It's so cute. This kit, because I actually have just left it in the box and worked out of the box, as if it were a project bag. It comes with everything. The only thing it didn't come with was a pair of scissors, and if you don't have scissors, use your teeth. I don't know. The threads are very nice. The linen is, you can see it's not bad linen, not at all. That's pretty nice to stitch on. It's little enough that I'm just using a little tension hoop with it, so it's real easy to carry around the house and work on, and I am enjoying it. And so I am very thankful for this gift. Thank you, Holly. The next thing I worked on is new start number 3. I know, this is the one we've all been waiting for. I started SEEDY Pumpkin Cottage. Look at it! Look at it! Oh my goodness. That's 1/1, people. That is 1/, and that's not just me being me doing 1/1. That's actually called for 1/1. I don't think I've ever had a pattern before that said to me, you know what you're going to do? You're going to do 1/1. And you know where you're going to do it? On 32 count linen. Look how good it looks. Look at that color. That is, I want to say it's gassed raspberry jam. I'm almost sure that's true, because that's the color I was waiting for to start, so that I could start in the top left-hand corner. Y'all, I'm so happy to have to have started this pattern. I've been looking at this pattern for years, and it was an extremely generous, I mean extremely generous gift from Patricia Parrish. And she has been just, you know, like a little cheering section in the back, like, let's get it started, let's get it. I did it, I got it started, I did it. This is probably 6 hours work, which I don't know if I should be proud or embarrassed, but dang it, 1/1. I'm gonna get this. Part of me wants to challenge myself to do all these 1/1 words. I think it says it's a jack-o'-lantern moon. So part of me wants to challenge myself to do all of those words before I drop down and start doing regular stitching. But I think I'm going to need a break. So I think the next time I pick this up, I'm going to move down and do some full stitches just to kind of maybe establish some positioning, because where I think I'm pretty darn good into where I've positioned all the letters here. If I'm off by a stitch somewhere, you know, if I'm off once, it's not a big deal, but if I continue to be off, you know, it can multiply out. So I'd kind of like to get a, you know, work down to an edge or work to something that I can key other things off of and then, you know, cease panicking. But I'm so in love with it. I love this fabric. Now, I've been working in the lighter area with the darker thread, so I don't know if maybe once I hit this darker spot, if it might get a little more challenging. You know, I have a lot of really good light, and I didn't have too much trouble picking out 1/1, like finding the holes for 1/1, so hopefully once I'm into 2/2, I will not have an issue. But we'll see. The next thing that I worked on is actually a shop model, so I can only show you a little teeny bit of it, but there is that. I know, I mean, white Ada. I know. But I figured I should kind of put this on something as neutral as possible so that, you know, because it's going to go, because it's for other people to stitch, not just me, I thought I should maybe do things that would appeal to other people. Who'd have thought? But I'm liking the border and I'm liking the way the letters are coming out. So I just need to work on this a little more, probably a few more hours put into this, and I should have something I can take pictures of, and then I can get this pattern up into the Etsy store. Speaking of the Etsy store, I wanted to continue to thank everybody who have taken the time to go over there and, you know, first of all, shop. Thank you very much. But also just liking the patterns and just favoriting the store. It does a lot to keep you up in the search rankings, and I really feel like it's made a difference. So I thank you all for that. The last thing that I worked on is a finish. I finished the Red House sampler. This is from Teresa Miller, and it was in some version of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. I will put the thing, you know, in the places. But it came out so cute. I love this. I love this house. I love this house. Cherry Cobbler. It may be the only red I ever end up using ever. You know, that isn't a DMC. So cute. I was going through some things yesterday and I found some canvases. And I have a canvas that's like long and skinny and rectangular that this might fit on. So I might try to fully finish it that way, but we'll see. The past couple of days, McKenna has put up a little quick tutorial about how she finishes on a canvas. And that's kind of what prompted me to go look and see what I had for canvases. And she just used a staple gun. And I said, I have a staple gun. So I FFO'd, I know, I FFO'd my may I be happy, may I be healthy pattern. And I think that came out really cute. You know, it's not the finish that I have in my head when I do things, but to have it finished this way and out is still better than it sitting in the bin of shame. So I don't know where I feel like that's a compromise. That now it's out, it's done. If I want to add some ribbon, if I want to add some zhuzh, if I want to take it off of that canvas later and put it in a different frame, I can do that. But for now, it is out and it is up, and I'm really pleased with it. It came out really surprisingly well for me, because I get very frustrated with things. I can't center anything. So that came out well, and that gave me the idea to maybe finish this one on a canvas as well. So that is all the stitching for the past couple of weeks, and I don't even have any haul. I don't even think I got any non-stitchy related haul. Which means actually for the last 2 weeks I've been good. I haven't been shopping. I put a thing on Instagram. I feel like maybe I have been starting my feelings rather than shopping them for the past week or so. Which is good. Because stress can often lead to wonderful, wonderful things coming to the house that end up in a closet and I never look at them. Or stress can end up with something like that. Neither of which are optimal. I feel like it's been a really busy couple of weeks, when actually I think it's only been 2 days that have been busy. 2 weekends ago was Mark's family reunion, so we went and hung out with his family for a day, which was a ball. They had a big tent, there was a buffet with hot dogs and hamburgers and like outdoor food, and it was held next to this really pretty lake, so it was nice to just sit out. It was a beautiful day. Because I am not directly related, I could hide from all the picture taking and just be happy and comfy where I was. So that turned out really, really well. But it was a long day. I mean, especially for somebody who doesn't go out for any length of time, especially in the daylight. I hung in good. This past Sunday, we actually had my father's 90th birthday party. My sister and I have been planning this for several weeks. We actually got a really late start on something like this, but a few months ago, his sister actually texted me and said something like, let me know when you're ready when you're planning his birthday party. I want to make sure that I'm ready and can save the date and the whole thing. And I said, well, I guess that means we're going to have a party for him, because he had really kind of said, please don't make a big deal. So what kind of started out as a family dinner with a few extended people ended up being a function room. It was wonderful. It went really well. Everybody had a good time. The buffet was amazing. I mean, once you've got a buffet, who's going to argue? We had open bar. Again, who's going to argue? On a Sunday night, that I could argue with, but everybody did fine. He had a great time. The cake was amazing. So that's really all you can ask for. In fact, I got a email from him a little while earlier to say that he was going to go meet his friends up at the golf course. They don't actually golf. They just stand around in kibitz. And then I got a second email letting me know that he had returned home safely. So he's at least been very good about checking in, because the fact that he drives terrifies me. I mean, he has no problems. He doesn't have a problem driving. I'm just nervous about it. Sometimes it's like having a child. So needless to say, the past couple of weeks, even though really there hasn't been a lot new going on, have been really stressful for me. I'm trying to keep track, at least, of what I eat if I can't eat very good things. I have been enjoying my air fryer. I have just finished off my second round of roasted potatoes that I did in there that were so good. We've done asparagus in there that came out really well. What else did I cook in there? I cooked all manner of things in there throughout the week, and I actually have gone probably down from 3 or 4 nights a week for takeout to like 2, sometimes not even that. I did get Panera last night, which was really good. And I have leftover Panera today because their flatbread pizza is a religion. But I'm doing my best. I have about 6 weeks before I have to go back into the office 2 days a week, and I do not want anyone to see what has happened here. I need to get rid of that quickly. As far as my depression goes, it's been kind of the same level of awful it's been for a while. I have been wanting to start my medication again, and I'm just kind of not ready. Or I don't feel like this is a good time yet. I need to wait a little longer. Also considering talking to my primary about picking a different medication to try. You know, the Prozac was fine, but it wasn't great. And, you know, from talking to many people, you know, it really isn't always, it's usually the first thing that they try, but it isn't always the best thing to try. So maybe it is worth trying something different. I don't know. But I will keep you informed as to what goes on with that, because I think it's important, because it's not a conversation that people have constantly, you know, out in front of people. Even people who can be very open, like with their friends and family, about the fact that they are on medication and things like that, doesn't mean they necessarily are talking to people who are also having those kind of issues, or are, you know, have any insight for that. I have just noticed how sweaty I am getting. Why am I so sweaty all of a sudden? It's not that hot in here. Hold, please. Blot my face. It's not that hot in here. Who's getting excited? It might be the caffeine. Maybe I have a metabolism. Don't be ridiculous. I haven't had a metabolism in years. So I think that's it. Just a quick update this week. Not much to say, not much to talk about, but so many things started and so many things to work on. My goal is to have a new pattern up in the Etsy shop by the next time I talk to you. That's my little goal. We'll see if we make it. And I think I'm going to revisit that pattern that I kind of gave up on because it was frustrating me with all the greens. I'm going to take another shot at that now that I have kind of flushed it from my memory. I can come at it new and see if it makes a difference. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for your likes and even your dislikes. And thank you so much for your comments. I read every single one of them, and they are important to me. Thank you for being my community. Bye, guys.